Greetings, Cantaloupe here, and I'm going to do a quick follow-up on the last video I did about adding a user system or a user login system to a web-based application. A few more things to say about it while you're watching me finish up the process here. It's kind of an ongoing work in progress. This clone of Imgur, if you're familiar with Imgur, it's been a little bit problematic for me lately with the content I've uploaded and just leaving comments and a bunch of stuff. And I'm not really here to trash on Imgur, but I have a reason to create a tool because I need to be able to transfer data and content as a content creator. So I need something a little more reliable. So that's kind of the impetus for this project. And not to digress, but I need a lot of the same features, obviously. So I need the ability to upload videos and pictures, and I'm actually adding a couple of other things, and adding support for file types that aren't commonly used on the web right now in like an official public way. And for some reason, I think that we as a community, as a tech community and a consumer community, have lost touch with the real utility and purpose of information and the internet, because the internet is based on information, of course. And, we're a culture obsessed with preventing bad behavior, for lack of a better way to say it. And, we've kind of fallen into a pattern of assuming that every transaction is going to be bad. We assume the worst. We prepare for the worst, and what we end up getting is the worst, or the bare minimum on a good day. So it's kind of a big conversation. That's not really the purpose of this video, but what I'm doing is I'm deliberately supporting audio files, and this is kind of a touchy subject for a lot of people because there is a potential for abuse, but in a nutshell, and I'm going to put this in all caps, bold letters, the abusability, something that can be abused and something that can be used legitimately, are the exact same thing. You cannot limit one without limiting the other one. You cannot promote one without promoting the other one. So it becomes a behavior and impulse control concern. And trying to limit the ability of somebody to upload data is futile to begin with. It's unenforceable, and it's not even a solution. So with all that in mind, just to preempt any concerns or complaints about the nature of the work I'm doing here, I'm enabling uploads of MP3s. Okay, so anybody who was alive in the 90s knows what that means. It's been a kind of a controversial thing, but there are absolute legitimate cases. I'm a musician personally. I am the band White Hot Robot, and therefore I need the ability to upload my stuff. So when I can't do that, I've tried SoundCloud. I'm not here to trash on websites. That's not the purpose. I had a paid subscription for a long time with SoundCloud. I uploaded quite a few albums over the course of several years, which were all deleted by SoundCloud. As soon as my membership concluded, I just decided I didn't want to keep paying for it because I wasn't getting enough traffic, or any traffic for that matter. I wasn't paying agents to promote me, and I thought, well, what am I even paying for at this point? So, again, not to trash on SoundCloud, but they just went ahead and deleted all my stuff, and it wasn't even in a format that people could easily turn into that kind of thing. There's a way to do it, but long story short, the tools that are available for musicians, for consumers, for anybody, don't work. There's a huge barrier to entry, and it misses the point entirely as far as what information is supposed to be about, what content and entertainment is supposed to be about. And, I don't even consider myself an entertainer. I'm not even a programmer. I'm just doing this to fill in time between now and my next job. But again, not to digress, but I need a tool as a musician. Now, if somebody's going to use it, it's open to the public because somebody's got to be able to log in. I just made a login system. So to wrap up, it works. You can share pictures and videos, and I assume that a lot of people are going to be confused or concerned about the ability to share data willy-nilly. I'm going to assume that people are going to use it correctly, and if they do not, I'll cross that bridge when it happens, and there's a contact email on the homepage for that reason. So if there's a problem, and I'm going to be transparent about this as well, I collect no information. I've said this in past videos. I don't data mine. I don't sell any information. I don't want your information. In fact, the only reason there is a login, the only reason is because there needs to be something to attach to your files, or else you don't have files. Users don't have files without a username or ID or something. So there's a minimum requirement just to be able to have a profile. So it's not personal. It's not an exploit. It's not hacking. It's legitimate content. Thank you. All right, that's a hot button subject for me, obviously. Anyway, so logging in, you're gonna upload a file. Actually, you don't even need to log in. I've enabled anonymous uploads, and you can do that too. But I like to log in because it keeps track of the stuff you upload. It just automatically attaches it to your profile, like I said. And you can, next time you log in, you click the button. It shows you. And this is what I'm going to evolve a little bit. I'm going to continue developing this so that it's more user-friendly. Right now, it's just one big sausage list of the stuff you've uploaded, and that's obviously not going to be manageable and beyond a point. So it's going to be paginated. I might do that today. Some other things, searchability. There's a whole list of stuff I'm working on. But to get to the point, I do collect IP addresses. Now, I don't collect them in the sense that I'm gonna, sell them, and it's not even attached to anything personal. So please, I'm gonna say this one more time. The IP address is only a very conservative precaution in case something goes sideways. And I'm not naive. I understand that people will abuse things if they have the opportunity. Putting it out there, transparent. If you upload something you shouldn't, hope you're using a VPN, because we can find you. And even still, we can probably still find you. Yeah, I'm not putting out a threat, but whatever. Use it responsibly, and it won't go away. Okay, be cool, and you'll have nice tools. Okay? This is how we have nice things, when you're responsible. So anyway, not to dwell on it. You see here in this video, I'm just putting the finishing touches on the user login system, and I want to touch, with all that said, moving on, closing the chapter, I want to talk a little bit about the backend structure, the data that I'm using, the data structure, the database, how I set it up. So there are some unintuitive, not gotchas, but kind of tricks, I guess, to getting this kind of thing to work, because when you're dealing with video and large content, videos tend to be on the large side. Audio is also fairly large, not as big as video, but you use up your disk space very quickly. It can become a huge cost as far as hosting, and these are variables that you really you can't ignore when you're setting up a server or a platform like this. So a no-brainer is to replicate, but to identify a file, because on large sites like for example Imgur, which this is very loosely modeled around just in terms of functionality, but not even remotely the design or anything. Even on Imgur, you get a lot of identical uploads. You get re-uploads, you get people downloading and then just re-uploading the same file, and that's okay. I'm not criticizing or judging that. I'm saying from a storage perspective, you don't want 100 copies of the exact same file floating around your servers or your data center, because that's just eating up 99 of those files are unnecessary. They're completely redundant. So backups notwithstanding. So one thing I added to my table schema in the database is it's got two fields for it's a slug. It's called the short tag, or whatever you want to call it. It's that little alphanumeric identifier at the end on the URL that points to the asset, right? So you upload something, it's going to give you every time you upload, my app is going to give you a unique slug that's just for your upload, but it's going to associate it in the database, if necessary, with that same file if it already exists, and it's only going to keep one copy of that file at this time. And it doesn't need more than one. Again, not backups notwithstanding. I'm not talking about any kind of backup plan or whatever. So the way it works is there's two fields. So you have if a file is, I'm sorry, let me back up. When you upload a file, any file, it's going to grab the file's hash. So you can do that real easy with a function, a built-in function in PHP. It's file hash or hash file, one of those things. And it just quickly chunks through the file, spits out the 32 character MD5 hash for that data because it's unique. And what's good about a hash is every time someone henceforth uploads that same file, you can tell by the hash. If that hash matches any previous hash that's been uploaded, you know it's a duplicate. Don't store it again, just delete it and give them a new slug. So there's two columns. One is it's going to keep track of the original slug, and that's going to be what it eventually points to. And it's also going to give them an opportunity to personalize their upload, so it can have a whole different set of comments, votes, description, ownership. But on the back end, when people download that file, it's downloading the same file as the earlier upload. So it's just, one of those opportunities to streamline things and make it more cost effective and efficient. There's 100 of those. Anyway, that's about it for this video. You see, making progress on the site. I have, again, a whole big list to get through, and I look forward to doing that again with you. So thanks. Have a good day.